Hey you guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to be walking you guys through my trades that I've been taking. So if you guys don't know, I am typically a swing trader, but I decided to, start my hand back up in scalping because I have more time to scalp now. And I'm only right now currently scalping pound USD. And I can say that for the first few trades, first couple weeks, it was going really well, but I seem to have hit a losing streak this past week or so, probably about the past week and a half now. And I can say it's not taking bad trades. The trades are going my way, especially the attended analysis. I'm just being stopped out before they go my way into my original analysis. I'm going to give you guys like a few examples from Monday to today, which is Wednesday. I think today is the 23rd. I'm going to walk you guys through what I'm seeing, how I'm viewing the market, what my ideals are, and I'm even currently in a trade right now that I'm going to walk you through. So let's start with Monday, this past Monday, okay? So I use three time frames. I use the 15-minute, 3-minute, 1-minute time frame because if you know anything about me, especially as a swing trader, I like to use time frame increments and pair them together: monthly, weekly, daily, daily 12-hour 4, 12-hour 4-hour 2-hour, right? So I'm using that same mindset because I believe any strategy can be universal. Never ask what time frame you need to use, ask what time frames you need to pair together, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking a picture of a time frame, and all I'm doing is saying this time period I have one high analysis that's going to show me what the market is doing. I'm going to break that time frame down to show me how price is fluctuating, and then I'm going to break that time frame down to enter the trade. So if you think about it like that, you have a picture, you have the fractions of the picture, and then you have the execution. So if you think of trading in those three actionable steps, I'm telling you, trading can get a lot easier for you, okay? And trading is easy. I just think it's us that we need to, work on, right? Ourselves. But anyway, so this is Monday, the 21st, August 21st. The first thing that I look at in my 15-minute is what is price doing? What is the trend? TMP is my strategy. That's what it's called. And literally, TMP stands for action steps, right? First, I look at trend. The first thing I noticed on Monday was that price had actually just created a higher high. So immediately when I see price create this higher high, it was just pushing down. Now the buyers have come into the market. I immediately want to be a buyer. Now, just because I want to do something or take an action doesn't mean I can do it at that time for it as a scalper. So at this point in time, when I say, okay, I want to buy, I'm already pointing out where I want to buy from. So I start planning all of this stuff out, right? I start putting my estimations on where I want to buy. And now all I have to do is wait for price to get there. But I have two options. I can wait for price to get there, or I can trade for price to get there. And I want to trade it, right? So even though I know I'm the buyer, I know I can also sell. So at the time I comes to the market, my trading time right now is from 10 to 11. That's my trading time. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just a really good window for my schedule for right now. So I come to the charts around 9:30, 9:45 ish because I don't want to give myself too much time on the charts. I don't want to second guess myself. I feel like the shortest time span I have on the chart, the better decisions I make as a trader, which it turns out is actually pretty accurate, right? So anyway, so I see price make this inside bar right here. Price is starting to retrace. There was a reversal on the lower time frame. I'll take you guys there in just a second. And then I see price start to fall down. So at this time, I go down to the 3-minute time frame, and now I'll show y'all what I see. Now, I need to tell y'all where I was at this time too, because your location is very important. Y'all, I'm at Starbucks. I'm chilling. I'm minding my business. I have my AirPods in. I need y'all to hear the story because it happens twice in 1 week. I'm a friendly person. Okay, I'm an introvert, but I'm very friendly. I am sitting down, and this woman comes up to me, and I say, "Hey, how you doing?" Because she sits right next to me, and then she starts talking. All right, and I'm like, "Oh man." So we just start talking, and at the same time, I'm like, I see this opportunity, but when I speak to people, I like to look into their eyes. But I'm looking, and I'm like, man, I really need to take this trade. Like, I see an opportunity and I need to focus on it. Well, at the same time, mind y'all, I said it's an inside bar. I have an inside bar strategy that I trade, right? Inside bar strategies are very easy. They're probably I think inside bar strategies are the second easiest to supply and demand, right? So I said, okay, I set a line here. I said, okay, if price comes into that line, I'm going to end up, trading it. So at this time on a 3-minute time frame, I see price also makes this low and then this high and this low. And you can see it very clearly on the 1-minute time frame because mind you, I told you the 1-minute time frame is where I execute. So at the same time, I'm seeing this and I also see price make on a 1-minute time frame. That's that same lower low that I'm talking to y'all about, right? Same lower low, lower high. We got this new low. So I'm like, okay, bet if price, I really want to touch my inside bar zone, like my line here. That's where I really want price to touch. Because if it touches that and then continues down, I'm trying to get my stop loss minimum as possible. So anywhere between this line here, and then I just move my trade 1 pip above the high. Like y'all can see what the potential risk to reward would be based on the 1-minute time frame closure, right? And I have a simple strategy. I just trade back down to the low or my 15-minute zone, right? Either one is doable. But anyway, so she's talking and yeah, I don't get into the trade. First, the price only needed to push up a fraction of 1 more pip for me to enter into the trade. Secondly, I'm like, okay, well, I see it go my way. I see it would have hit to take profit. I'm like, dang. All right. I felt some kind of way. And I'm like, you know what, Lord? If it seems like this woman just really needs to get whatever she had to say out, I'm gonna let her talk, right? She's sharing some really good information. She just seems like she needs to speak. She was a good woman, right? But then all of a sudden I see price make a new low. Now mind y'all what I said, I want to enter down here. So price is coming towards my low. So I see it make a new low. I see it go up, but by a fraction, but literally by 1 pip. I need to show y'all this. By 1 pip. I'm going to show y'all. This is why you got to zoom in sometimes. Price makes a new lower low right here. Look at it. 1.27227, 1.27226. I said, oh, so this makes this a lower high, right? So I set it up again where I want to sell from. And price, I enter on this candlestick right here, this hammer. Price ends up reaching where I want to enter, and I sell. It's going my way, almost to my TP. Then price starts to trip a little bit, and I'm noticing, like, wait a minute, the price just came back and tested again. It made this strong bearish candlestick. I'm like, okay, bet. So this is what my trade looked like when I wanted to enter. Okay, I was going to trade back down to my 15-minute estimation zone. Stop loss 1 pip above where I wanted to enter. Risk reward 2.17, risking 5 pips to gain 11 pips, right? Bet. Got it. When I saw price make this candlestick, I moved my trade down to break even. I said, you know what? I feel like price might trip here. So let me protect the capital. I might lose, but let me go ahead and protect myself at the same time. So I protect myself, and obviously I end up getting stopped out, you guys. And then price actually did go higher. So I was going to get stopped out regardless. But not only did price go higher, it reversed. It made a higher high, higher low, higher high. I have a rule right now that if I lose one trade, I cannot trade again for that day. That's a rule that might need to be changed though, because I've seen plenty of times where I get stopped out and price goes my way. There were 2 beautiful more trades through 12 o'clock. This trade would have been taken at 11:15. This trade at 11:43 that fits my rules, TMP rules perfectly, perfect execution. That would have, been profitable. Now, even though I wanted to buy and price did not go back up to where I wanted to buy, I'm okay with that, right? I'm fine, because overall it was still good analysis. Like I don't shy away from good analysis. I like what I saw. I knew I wanted to be the buyer. Price just didn't reach down enough. But that's the trade. I lost minimum on this trade. I didn't lose a lot, which is pretty good. And I write everything down. On this trade, I only ended up losing $280 with a $70 charge, right? So $350 overall. All right, bet. Cool. Next day, I come to the charts. Let's go to yesterday's date. Fun fact, if you wanted to get to your time quicker, your date quicker, if you're back testing or going over previous trades, there's a calendar at the bottom of TradingView. If you click on it, you can change the date and the time, and it gets you there quicker. Fun fact, okay? So use that. You don't have to keep scrolling. Use this. It's awesome. I promise you it's awesome. Okay, so the 22nd comes, right? And I'm like, okay, bet. Let me see what the market has now. I'm back at Starbucks at this time. Okay, I'm back at Starbucks. I see what I want to do. I'm like, oh, okay, well, on a 15-minute, it's about, I get there a little bit earlier because I dropped off my kid at school. It's about 9:15, right? So I get there and I'm looking at what price is doing. I can see that price made a lower low. We had an inside bar, then price made a new lower low, right? So we're in a downtrend. I said, you know what? I really want to sell. I want to be the seller. Overall, I want to be the seller. But see, this is around the time that I'm trading. Y'all really think that price can get all the way up here for me to sell? That's not really likely. Sometimes it happens if there's strong momentum, but that's not always the case, right? So I'm like, all right, I want to be the seller, but what is price doing right now? Okay, well, I see this inside bar. Now, I don't want to sell from the inside bar. I knew I didn't want to be the seller. I really want to be the buyer, buying back up into my range, right? So, okay, well, let's see what happens, okay? Because you guys can see price did almost come up to that range. Like, it almost came up overnight. So I'm heading in the right direction with these trades. Price just does something different at the time I'm trading. And I tell my students this: what you want to do may not be what you're going to do. So always remember that. You can want to do something, but at the time you're doing something, it could look different. And that's okay because we're trading. At least you know what's to come, right? Or you can expect or assume what's to come, right? So I see this. I'm like, okay, well, let me drop that in time frames to really see what's going on here, right? So I get to my chart and I'm looking. Now, on the 3-minute time frame, here's what I see, okay? On the 3-minute time frame, it's like at this time, this was 9:21 and then 9:30. I'm like, okay, well, we're heading down. So price is making lower lows and lower highs, right? We see a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now this is at 9:54. Remember, I started trading around 10. 10:06, the candlestick closed at 10:09. Price makes a new higher high. Bet I'm the buyer at this time. I want to buy because price just made a new higher high. But watch this. Then price made a higher low. Because where I wanted to buy from was going to be above 1.27181. It would have been above this candlestick here at the bottom. And price did get there, but price made a new high before it got there. So when price made that new high, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is the momentum that we need for price to continue up. I end up buying on the 1-minute time frame. I'm going to show you guys what this looked like. Okay, on the 1-minute time frame, I have it scoped out. I have where I want to enter the trade above the high. This bullish candlestick is what the candlestick I buy on to go all the way back up to that range, right? That estimation zone for the 15-minute time frame. And then guess what happens? I get stopped out again. That means I'm done for the day. I'm done because also after 11 I got stuff to do. So then eventually, price goes my way. But I can see that price consolidated for most of the day. After 3 o'clock, pound USD kind of fizzles out. But, she ends up going towards my way. But then that fast forwards us to today. All right. So let's go to where we are now in the market because I'm actually in profit right now. Thank the Lord I'm in profit right now. Whew. Okay. So my mind is at rest and at peace right now. Let me go to the 15-minute time frame. Y'all are seeing like the actions of a trader in real time. Okay. And especially going back to day trading from swing trading, like, yeah. So what I see on the 15-minute that made me want to get in a trade was this area here. We had a lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, low, right? I'm like, okay, well, I actually want to be bullish and I want to see if price can come back to this estimation zone right here, right? So I'm trading back up to this area here. Now, when I come to the charts on the 15-minute time frame, this is where price is when I pull up to the charts because I'm at home trading, so I can just get on a little bit earlier. All right. Now, I'm like, okay, bet I want to trade. Now, the 15-minute, this is the 10 o'clock candlestick. It's bearish. So I'm like, okay, well, one of two things can happen. Price can keep going up after this candlestick or price can continue to go down. Well, one of those things has happened. Price made an inside bar. So I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and trade from this inside bar. Now, on the 3 minute time frame, let's go down to the 3 minute. On a 3 minute time frame, like what you see sometimes and what you do are different. I'm gonna keep saying that. But I seen at 9:45 price made a higher high on a 3 minute, higher low at 9:57, and then a higher high at 10:03. I could have entered the trade here on a 3 minute time frame, but I broke the trade down a little bit more on the 1 minute, and I'm finding that's not always the best to do. To refine it, sometimes you just gotta go with what's happening and what's going well, right? So this trade goes by. This is the inside bar pushing up, and I said, okay, if price comes back to the inside bar, I'm gonna go ahead and enter. So my original analysis, I'm gonna go down to the 1 minute to show you, but this thick black line is the inside bar. On the 1 minute time frame, I said, okay, well, I'm gonna enter the trade. My stop loss is gonna go all the way down here past this 1 minute low. And if it happens to do what it's supposed to do, I'll go ahead and enter the trade. And so price comes and tests the inside bar, and then I end up entering the trade. Now, I entered the trade over here. It was after this candlestick closed. I'm in the trade. Price goes up, it comes back. Cool, fine. Now I'm about to play defense on the trade. Offense is me getting to the trade. Defense is me protecting what I've already done. And so I end up saying, hey, if price puts me back into the positive, I'm going to move this trade up to break even. And that's why I have original stop loss here. So when it puts me back to break even, I say, okay, well, I'm going to move the trade so I lose minimum, because I'm going to get at high lot sizes. I went in at $50 a pip on this one. High lot size because I'm getting, tighter stop losses, right? So now instead of me moving or losing potentially $1,000, if I lose the trade, it's only going to be like what? At this point, $300-$400 with the spread. But now soon I'm going to move the trade to break even since we're in good profit. But thank God to see that I'm in profit, right? Because the last few trading days, as y'all can see, I know what I'm looking for, but price isn't there yet. It's doing like different things. But until price gets there, you got to, go with whatever the market is giving you at that time. And sometimes you can be right, but the market has other plans. And this is the part of being a trader I think is hard. It's like when you go on this losing streak, you think you're doing something wrong. Some of you may not even be doing anything wrong. It's just the way the market is moving at the time you want to place the trade, even though you see where you want price to go. So all you can do is keep your losses small. And then when those winners get in, ride the winners to make up for those losses. Coming back into day trading or scalping after years of swing trading, I'm going to tell you guys right now, the mentality is a little bit different because you have to be faster. I am a very conservative trader, and now I'm playing aggressively. I am not an aggressive trader, but I'm finding that I have to be an aggressive trader because there are times, like I said, I miss good setups. Like this was a really good setup this morning, but I let it go. Why? I just didn't have the courage to push the button. This is me refining the trade on a 1 minute time frame because I'm looking for price to pull back a little bit more so I can get more bang for my buck. But that's the control side of me I have to let go. And I'm learning that I have a control side of me. And I have to start saying, Shaquan, once you see your setup, just run with it. And whatever the market, what happens, happens. Because this could have been two good trades where when I saw the first setup, I could have went ahead and entered the trade, and then, have a really good risk reward here and be up twice versus just being up once, right? But these are just my thoughts in real time. And I'm going to try to do these a lot more. Pretty soon, I'm going to come up with a video talking about lot sizes, how to keep your lot sizes consistent, how to go in at like $50 a pip, $100 a pip, $200 a pip, and still lose less, not risking or blowing your account. Because as traders, we have to learn how to keep the money that we make, but we also have to learn to keep the capital that we have when we go into drawdown. Drawdown is one of the hardest things in the market to get out of sometimes, and your mindset is one of those things that you have to conquer. Okay, this is an example of me conquering my mindset. I could have let fear in and said, I'm not going to go back in the trade. I'm not going to trade it today, but I didn't. It's just, you got to have courage to go and, stick with it, right? But I pray you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your takeaway. If you want me to keep making these videos, just let your girl know. And I'll keep making these videos maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe more. I don't know. We'll see. If you want to see how I trade after every single session, let me know and I may just put them up as well. But you guys be blessed. I pray you have a safe trading week and I'll talk to y'all.